Start करूँ? Hello. So just one. ठीक है. Hey, this is a good question. And you are live. Hi guys, this is Amish and this is yet another round of Ask Amish Anything, AAA. You can send your questions to me by through all my social media profiles, which is @author Amish on Twitter, author Amish in Facebook, and author Amish once again in Instagram. I am nothing if not consistent. All you have to do is when you post your questions, put a hashtag Ask Amish Anything, and then my team will gather up those questions and we'll answer some of them right here. So the first question, we are starting right now. When I write a book, actually I don't think of anyone's point of view. Critics, readers, publishers, anyone. I only think of one point of view, which is my own. Anything that appears right to me, I will do it. Anything that doesn't appear right to me, I will not do it. So, I'm always open to feedback because you never know where a good idea emerges from. If I disagree with that feedback, I will not listen. Doesn't matter how many people say it, but if I agree with that feedback, then I will think and I will learn and I will try and implement in my next book. But the final decision maker is me. That's the way I see it. My job is to write the book to the best of my abilities, and so that it appears true to my soul. And then it's up to you, the readers, to judge whether you like it or not. Very rude question. Look, there are jobs, there are career options where the average earnings are good, where your median salary is good. So banking, for example, is one of them. And I was a banker for many years. Where you get a promotion every few years, you get an increment every year. Life goes by relatively smoothly. Then there are other professions like sports, like the creative fields, etc., where the average salary, the median earning is actually not that good. So it's a very high risk, high return game. A few earn way beyond their dreams, and many earn absolutely nothing. And this is true in sports, it's true in movies, it's true in painting, it's true in writing as well. And one of the reasons you find so much insecurity, within people in the creative space, because even those who are doing well, they know that the thing could turn in very suddenly. Suddenly your movies start flopping or your books start flopping, and you actually have no revenue anymore, which is why many people in the creative space tend to be a little insecure, and it's understandable. I think one way to control that insecurity is when the going is good, make sure you save a good amount and keep your expenditure very low, so that if things turn south, you have enough of a buffer to get by. There's something to be learned from everything. I know people like to believe that failure teaches you best, but often success can teach you even more. You find so many people who can handle failure, but they don't seem to know how to handle success. You find so many people, in the creative space who are one-hit wonders. They may have the talent to make it, but success can distract them. They fall prey to their ego. They're not able to control themselves. They get unfocused. They get into that the party circuit, and it's all of that is all a waste of time. And fame can really it's like they had those sirens, right, in the Greek myths, where Greek sailors would be attracted by sirens singing beautiful songs, and they would get so attracted that they would turn their ships toward it and crash in the rocks. And fame is kind of like that. It's like a siren which can just attract you and distract you completely. So both failure and success can teach you things, as long as you're willing to listen, as long as you're willing to learn. The thing is that for most Indians, most modern Indians, the image we have of Sita Ma in our mind is based largely on a 1980s television serial. Okay, so we see Sita Ma in a particular way, and the 1980s television serial was very good. It had its own huge and positive impact, but it is not the only version of the Ramayana. The TV serial was largely based on the 16th century modernization of the Ramayana written by Sant Tulsidas ji, and which is a wonderful version of the Ramayana. But the Tulsidas ji Ramcharitmanas is in many ways quite different actually from the original Valmiki Ramayana. For example, the Tulsidas ji Ramcharitmanas does have a mention of the Lakshman Rekha, and therefore the TV serial also showed the Lakshman Rekha. You know, when Lord Lakshman took the arrow and drew a line on the on the ground which Sita Ma was not supposed to cross. The original Valmiki Ramayana does not have the Lakshman Rekha at all. And there are many different versions like this. There is a version called the Adbhut Ramayana, which is also credited to Valmiki ji, in which Sita Ma is a warrior, in which she is the one who kills the elder Ravan. And all these versions were popular in ancient times. Sadly, in the modern India, we've forgotten many of these versions. That's why we think that this version is different from the from the version that we are used to. But I just want to point out there are many versions, all of them equally respectful and loving towards Lord Ram and Lady Sita, and all of them are beautiful. We should explore all of them. There's a lovely line in the Ramcharitmanas, Hari Ananta, Hari Katha Ananta, that Hari, as you know, is Lord Vishnu. Lord Ram was an avatar of Lord Vishnu, and says that there are many forms of God himself, and therefore there are many versions of the stories of God as well, and we should explore and enjoy and learn from all those stories. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. This brings us to a conclusion of this version of Ask Amish Anything. If you guys have any questions, feel free to fire away on all my social media handles. That's on Twitter, I am @author Amish, on Facebook, author Amish once again, on Instagram, also author Amish. But when you post your questions, just make sure to use the hashtag Ask Amish Anything. Then my team will pull up all those questions and will pick a few, and I will answer them in the next video. And so thanks for joining me, and look forward to seeing you again the next time. Take care. Bye. Hi guys, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. It's somewhere below out here. I'm not exactly sure where. But just hit the subscribe button so that you guys get notified whenever a new video comes up. It'll really help me, man. Thank you.